Hello, my name is Giovanna and I am the founder and creator of browluxe, this beautiful pencil you see right here. Today I'm going to show you how I fill in my brows so that you can take away tips and tricks in order to use for your own brows to be able to fill them in under 2 minutes using this fantastic formula that's going to last you all day long. So in order for you guys to see this nice and up close, we're going to zoom into my face and I'm going to show you all the fine little details and every technique that I use in order to fill in my brows. So these are the different angles to the pencil. We have a really sharp edge right here, and that is used for mimicking real hair strokes and gives a realistic effect. Then you have a thicker side on the bottom, and that helps to fill in larger sections. I also like to use it on the side here, on an angle, just to get a nice clean line under my arch so that it's very defined. So that's one side, and then the back has this beautiful spoolie, and that helps you brush through and make things look really soft and natural, especially if you don't want any harsh lines throughout your brows. So the first step is brushing through the brow hairs. You want to get them in a place where you're able to see if there's any spaces or areas that need filling in, or to define the bottom or top lines to be able to get a nice proportionate brow. So I'm brushing through, and then my second step is to start at the midsection, work my way to the tail, and then finally fill in the fronts. So the other thing to remember is how much of the pencil to reveal when you are using it. If you pull it out too much, because it's so thin and the formula is a little bit firmer, you have to be careful because it will break on you. So you only need to use a little bit of a time. A little bit goes a long way. So I only put it out about that much. Now, as I come through, I start with the side of the pencil and I follow this bottom bone underneath here, not starting right from the head of my brow, but rather more at the midsection. And I take it from the area that needs some filling in, and I just go in light hair stroke motions, feathery. Again, I'm not even pressing hard because it's a firmer texture and lots of product will go on if you press too hard. So we're gonna start by defining, working through the tail. And you only wanna pull out, and I like to use this as my measuring tool too, from the outside of the nose, the outside of the eye, up. So I'm gonna stop my tail at that point there. Okay, now what I like to do is any areas in between, I'm gonna use the very tip of the pencil and work with the direction of the hairs, because that's going to create those realistic looking hair strokes. And I'm going to brush through to soften. Now to fill in the top, I'm going to brush my hairs down. Again, this helps to reveal any areas that aren't filled or have hair. And using the side angle of our tool, you're going to go along the top arch line, come down, and little stroke motions fill in those areas. The thing is, you don't want to fill it in so strongly because it will look too harsh and too bold, and we really want this product to work with your natural hair that's there. So I'm building this up slowly as I go. Now for the front of the brow, again, you only want to use the tip of the pencil, and as I brush through, I want to fill in the areas that are a little bit sparser in the same direction that the hair is growing. Once you have them positioned, then you can gently brush through and then go through and fill in any of the areas that you might have missed. so. I'm somebody who has a fuller brow, so I'm gonna give you 3 points to use on the brow bone in order to construct a really natural, realistic looking brow for you. So the first one to look for is the head of the brow. So that is gonna be measured out from the small of the nose up through the brow bone here. The arch is gonna be measured from the side of your nose to the side of your iris and up through there. And then the tail again is gonna be from the outside of the nose to the outside of your eye and to that point there. When it comes to constructing your tail, if you are somebody who doesn't have a lot of hair on your tail, when it comes to the direction and how much curvature you have, you always want to look for the point where the arch and the tail are headed towards the center of your ear. And that'll help you get the right angle for your bone structure and for your face. So use this tool little by little, build it up slowly, and you'll get a really natural, realistic looking brow that lasts you all day long.